Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my Talk Tuesday series. Yay! I just wanted to sit down and talk about some highly sensitive stuff with y'all. The topic of today's Talk Tuesday, I'm saying is very sensitive, is because a lot of us have gone through it. I know that we have not been equipped with the correct resources to deal with the topic that I'm about to talk to you guys about. So, what is this topic? Well, if you already clicked on the video, you know what the topic is, but failure. Dealing with failure is something everyone has gone through. And in schools, we have never been taught how to cope with it. Failures have, at least for me, been seen as something negative. And it's kind of like, oh, you're not good enough. Or, oh, you shouldn't try this, you're not good at it. It could be in sports, it could be in job interviews, it could be school related, it could be work related. It doesn't matter. In every area of your life, there are things that are given the stamp of failure, which basically means you are not good enough, or you have not been able to pass this section. There's a certain way that we need to learn how to deal with it. Failures are normal. I don't know why we were never taught in life that failures are bound to happen. It was almost like schools taught us that failing is something so you need to be scared of. Oh my god. You think you're gonna be perfect every corner of your life. You think when you try something new or try to learn something new for the first time that you're gonna always get it perfect. Like, we're human, we're not robots. That's my favorite saying. And I feel like schools have, from the young age, given you like grades and marks and stuff like that. So in essence, you do know that getting below like a 60 or a 50 is a fail. And so that's scary. What that really means is it shows you where you need to put more effort. You're always going to fail in some area of your life because that just means you gotta learn more in that area. It just basically is giving you like a map, and it's like, this is the area that is lacking and therefore you need to put more effort into it. It's actually something that's fucking normal. It's nothing to be scared about. It's an indicator that there's something you gotta work hard towards. When you realize failing is okay, you stop getting so emotionally attached every time you fail. And instead, you keep going. You keep trying to make yourself better. And you're like, okay, so I can do better in this, that, and that, and this is how I'm gonna get there. It's victim mentality that needs to stop. Victim mentality basically means you start feeling bad for yourself, so you start seeing all these rejections and failures in your personal life or in your professional life as things that have just happened to you, and then you stop trying, and then you just have this insecurity in you forever. But I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. If you get rejected by a girl or a guy, don't sit there and make it a personality trait that I get treated like shit, I'm not a nice guy, I'm not a nice girl. You don't know where the other person's coming from, and you just start to assume there's something wrong with me. That's not always the case, and being in that victim mentality will keep you trapped, and it'll keep you from self-growth, and it'll keep you from trying harder. What tends to happen with a lot of people is they quit. So you're trying out for a sports team, you don't make it, you quit because you're not good enough, or you don't think you're good enough. You are not doing so good in one subject. Say it's biology. So then after bio 20, you don't take bio 30 because you're just not good at it. I quit. You know how many opportunities that you can make yourself better mentally, physically, spiritually if you just don't do that and you don't get scared? Because, and you know what, this isn't even your fault, it's because we were not taught that failing is part of the process. As kids, as I already mentioned, in schools, you were taught to be scared of failure. You're taught that there's something wrong with you if you fail. You're taught you're not good enough if you fail. That when that does happen to you later on in life, you just back away, or you say like, oh, I'm better than that. You get either an ego, or you either get, as I mentioned earlier, a victim mentality. This has happened to me countless times. I'm literally speaking about this very passionately because this has happened to me many times. I've totally had victim mentality so many times, and I'm like, oh, I'm just not smart enough, I'm just not this, I'm just not that. It's like, okay, you know what? You gotta be harsh with yourself. Maybe you aren't, but you can work at it. Just because this isn't one of your God-given natural talents doesn't mean you can't get better at it. Not everything you do in your life is going to be something that you naturally have an inclination for anyways. It's really rare to even have natural ability in something because, again, you're human, you're not a robot. So you're not given that talent. Who the fuck cares? It doesn't mean you have a victim mentality and you're just like, oh, I'm not God's favorite. That's not life. That's not how you better yourself. That's not how you get a new profound perspective and you get to understand that life is actually so much better and so much happier than you're seeing right now. And I really, really do feel for people who are 16, 17. I know I say those two ages and those numbers a lot. It's just, I say them because they're very crucial. Kids that are in high school, middle school, even early 20s, it's like, that's when your brain is so impressionable. So failures feel like shit. Like, you feel like you're not anything. You feel like crap. You're just like, oh my God, my friends are better than me, this, that, I'm not gonna try it again. And then every single time you do try it, if you go in with that mentality, you're gonna keep failing again, because guess what? You're not viewing your failures as opportunities, which leads me to my tips and tricks. And yes, this time I did enough research and I have a tip to give you. Okay, let me just pull it up here so I remember it properly. Every time you feel that you've made a mistake or that you failed, start seeing it as an opportunity. For example, let's say you walk into the interview of your dreams. It took you so damn long to even get to this point of having an interview, and you're hella nervous, right? It's like one of your first interviews ever. You're just like, oh my God, I am so nervous. You sit down, you do the interview, and then you don't know what to think about it. And you're just like, well, it's done. Then you get a call about a week later and you didn't get it. What do you think is gonna happen in your head? You're gonna be like, damn, I wasn't good enough. I fucked up when I said this. I didn't have these credentials. My grades weren't good enough. I could have tried harder. I could have practiced more. I'm not good enough. And that will lead you into a victim mentality. I hope you don't stop trying, but a lot of the times people do stop trying because they don't want to put themselves in a situation where they feel like that. But what should you have done instead? Acknowledge that you did fail at it. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, this has happened to me. What can I do to get better? Talk to the person who interviewed you and ask them always, why didn't I get the interview? Was there something I was missing in your opinion? Was there something I said wrong? Are my grades not good enough? What is it? So that you can better yourself. That's the key in everything you do in life. You just need to learn at every phase. That's just how life is. You have to always be learning, and it's actually a beautiful thing, and it doesn't need to be stressful. And again, this is not your fault. Institutions and schools haven't given you the life skill you need to deal with the fact that you have these stresses and failures and neglections, and you feel bad for them because you're taught to feel bad for them. So like, I'm sorry about that. It sucks that our system is like this. I'm here telling you, you can sit back, assess the situation, be like, this is an opportunity for me to get better. It's okay that I didn't get it. It's fine that I failed. It just means that I need to fix up some skills. Go home, fix it up, take a couple of weeks, practice your interview skills, practice whatever it was you need to do, and keep going. And you will, honey, you will get a job of your dreams. Just don't give up. Don't go into that victim mentality and give up, because that's a killer. When you stop trying new things, or you stop trying to achieve bigger goals that you have for yourself, just because you didn't get it the first couple of times, that kills. And it's not the way you want to live the rest of your life. I'm making this video because I hope it reaches people that are in their first of all, I hope it reaches everyone regardless of your age, but I really hope it reaches people that are young in their teenage years or early 20s, because you need to know that this is the time of your life where you're doing so many new things. You're entering adulthood, you're trying to figure out your life, and you're gonna be faced with failures. Don't let it knock you off your damn path, because it's freaking normal to fail. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you the things you need to do to never fail, because failure is part of it. Like, let's get out of the mindset where like someone is screaming at you that you need to wake up at 5 a.m. every fucking morning and like study your butt off and like grind. I'm not gonna talk shit about that mentality, like the hustle culture, but I just think it's not sometimes what everyone needs. Like, for sure, some people might benefit from having that really tense lifestyle, but I think you should be equipped to deal with whatever life throws at you, and not all the time is it under your control, because we're on a floating rock. Nothing's ever under our control. Anything can happen any moment. Like, us being here right now, breathing and living in the same dimension is already in itself something crazy, and you should be grateful for it. So I'm just letting you know that failures are part of life and you can't avoid them, so let's learn to live with them. That takes me to the end of my video, and I really, really, really hope that this video helped someone out. Failing is okay, and the next time you are faced with some block, or you failed at something, or there's something that you're not good at, or you got rejected or something, I just hope that you take a minute out and remember this video and just be like, yo, it's okay. This is an opportunity. And also, everything happens for a reason, so throw in a little bit of spirituality in there. Why not? Thank you guys so much for listening to my Talk Tuesday. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. I'll see you guys next time.